Hi, Aaron. Hi, everybody. I just watched a little of your last Volcano Me, Goku 5032. Sorry, I got my. But I agree to a point. Here's where the point is. Yes, the other day was a sad historic ending, but it wasn't the ending. It was the final erection of the memorial to the longest running space program that our government had. The longest manned space flight program, I should say. Now, I disagree with them. I do, in part, agree with the concept of retiring the space shuttle. In part, as in the survivors. That would be Discovery, Endeavour, and Atlantis, with the exception of, I believe Endeavour was the replacement for Challenger, if I remember right. They had exceeded their lifespan, and they were technically obsoleted out and retired. Now, as I'm saying, they were that's a bad thing. No. What I wish they would have done was brought the shuttle, got some of the designs out for the shuttles, and made improvements. I mean, even compared to even normal modes of transportation, the space shuttle was insanely safe. Yes, I am not forgetting the fact that 2 space shuttles killed 14 people. But they were not accidents. They were accidents. They were tragedies. But they weren't due to obsolescence. They weren't, oh, this part rusted through and boom. No. The right badness overcame the right goodness, and stuff happened. Now I gotta. Yes. Now here's where I agree. Like I said, I agree. It's sad. It's sad. Now we got our guys who are going to the International Space Station riding on the most dangerous rockets in the world. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The Soyuz capsule, death trap. I'm not kidding. It's a known fact that they are extremely dangerous compared to, say, the space shuttle, Apollo, Gemini, and Mercury space systems. Yeah. And, oh yeah, they've been using the Soyuz capsule since before I was born. Heck, I even think they used those before Borneo was born here. Just saying. Now, what I thought they should have done, and this is going to piss off Space Wizard, I think 82 or 32 or something like that. I know you wrote a big couple comments. Long answers. Why? Here's why. Space Shuttle, first off, was designed prior to the end of the Apollo missions, even before Skylab, and even before the Soyuz Apollo mission, because around the middle of '76, STS Enterprise was rolled out publicly to much fanfare with cast and crew of some TV show called Star Trek. Yeah, you should see pictures. George Takei. God, what a dapper gentleman. Indeed. Him and DeForest Kelly. Spiffy looking dudes. Okay. Now, we know for a fact that there is several legacy aircraft in the inventory of the United States military that are way older than the space shuttle. They, including, let's see, F-15, F-16. No, not the A-10, I think. I do know the C-130, Hercules, very old. Still in use, worldwide. Hauling cargo and hauling people. Also, the B-52, the Stratofortress. Last one was made in the early 60s, or maybe late 50s. Now it's a G model. They still have them, and they're still in use. Now, there's nothing wrong, per se, with the space shuttle design. There's nothing wrong with some of the models that have been recently retired. Just, they thought it wasn't economical to upkeep them. I disagree. I believe it is more economical to retire those and build new ones. Now, we have the with the space shuttle system, STS, the Shuttle Transportation System. It was designed primarily for low Earth orbit, which is roughly 150 miles or so up and that way. Okay. Now, there's nothing that says that the space shuttle could transverse the distance, the 250,000 kilometer or mile, whatever the hell distance it is, between the Earth and the Moon. It could do it safely. It could do it routinely. And the overall design would not have to be modified. Now, how to land on the Moon? We'd have to go a little old retro tech on it, but we could still do it. The space shuttle does need to be brought back. Now, if the space shuttle was brought back, I would say that it would be needing upgrades. Actually, 2 upgrades. Well, actually, I would say 2 versions. First, a direct successor to the Enterprise class. Since the first test article was named Enterprise, I'm calling it the Enterprise class. So you got the Challenger, Columbia, Discovery, Endeavour, and Atlantis. Now, I would have more or less a continuation based on the last stats of Atlantis, Discovery, and Endeavour. Then I would have a second class, an enhanced class, probably named after a space pioneer, American space pioneer, probably Armstrong, or Aldrin, or Grissom, or somebody. Make it a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, a little bit more longer endurance, and increase all the payload capacities. Now, why? We could take stuff, load it up, launch it, and start building onto the space station. So we have the International Space Station. We could also take cargo modules, a cargo module and a landing module, and land them on the Moon, We could also do. There's a lot of things that can be done. Now, here's one thing that nobody's wanting to do, and I think it would be really cool if we could actually pull it off. Basically, take the basics of a space shuttle, gut it, launch it, and actually have a space-borne construction yard and put together not only something that will take us to the moon, which we already have. We don't need any more stuff that can go to the moon. But actually start planning on going to Mars. And I have asked a couple times on Facebook and kind of through secondary channels, and I haven't got any replies back, but to people that would know what to do. Now, I'm not saying who, but UFO Phil sings a little song about this show. And a guy named George. Okay? Just saying. Now, if you agree with me, cool. If you don't agree with me, meh. Now, it would be cool if we did go back to space on our own instead of borrowing. I shouldn't say borrowing. I mean supporting the Ukraine government's and mafia by leasing their piece of shit rockets. Yeah, I said they're piece of shit. Or I go to space in a Yugo or a Pinto or a 1988 Ford Festiva or Fiesta or whatever the hell it was, or even Aaron's car. Seriously, dude, I saw that video. Yeah. Okay, so guys, I agree, but I also disagree. It's sad, but there is always tomorrow, and hopefully guys like Richard Haglund, guys from Coast to Coast, and other smart people like Catnip's husband. Hi, Catnip. Yeah. We'd actually get who are in the know that get people thinking a little bit different than using a capsule. We gotta have those for a reason. Can't haul much in them. Just saying. So, like this reply. Hey, Goku, let me know when we're gonna do some stuff. Give me a call. You know my number. Peace out. Okay, I'm gonna cut that. Alright, laters.